Are we rolling? Yeah.
Welcome to 97.1, the COJO show.
Oh, welcome to the JoCo show.
Oh, wow.
Dude, we are in the middle of farting nowhere. That was not as... I should have just said a bad word. That was way worse than cursing. I hated that.
We are actually in the middle of nowhere right now. We are in Montana.
But not like cool Montana. Like you're driving down a highway and you take an exit to get gas.
Yes, exactly.
Like that.
Although we've got some nice little mountains behind us, and you can't see them right now.
That is pretty.
Are we like this is
guys, this is rough. We're sorry. Hashtag Roadshow episode vibes. Yeah, so we're in Montana.
Sorry, I feel cute doing this.
Look at my feet. Ew. I don't have socks on. It's disgusting.
I have really hairy legs. Have you ever noticed that?
It's cool.
Yeah, I noticed that. Even
Keeps
from
you
my
warm in the winter. Keeps him warm in the winter.
Don't touch my legs.
All right. Sorry.
Kobe's touching me.
All right, sorry. I've gone too far. I've taken a step that is too far. All right, don't look at my feet. Okay. Guys, this is a weird episode.
It's okay. Let's go ahead and kick it off. You know what to say, right?
All right. What is up, you guys? Wait, what do we say?
Welcome to the...
Oh. What is up, you guys?
Welcome to the COJO show. I think I'm supposed to go this time.
All right, you do.
Or did I say summary host last time? I'm your host, Joseph O'Brien.
And I am your more warmth host, Kobe James.
What does that mean?
I'm wearing like lots of layers, bro.
Yeah, you could have said more yellow because we went to Yellowstone yesterday or something. I don't know.
That would have been a little bit better.
No.
Let's talk music.
Let's talk life.
Okay.
We started a podcast. Yes, we did now. We started a podcast. It's the COJO Show.
Yo, Joseph, did we make a podcast?
I guess we did.
Do you think anybody's going to listen?
Yeah, absolutely not.
COJO.
Oh, I usually say let's talk music.
Oh, it's okay. We also need to change our intro maybe because we started a podcast like 25 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is episode 24. So
24.
we started what in like October was the first episode. I never get it right. I think it was October.
It was 24 weeks. Well, we've had 24.
We've had
episodes.
a couple weeks off. So
last week.
We're excited coming up. Wait, we're already halfway there because 26.
We'll be
episode 26 will be halfway to 52.
That's cool.
So we're getting close to our half anniversary. So thank y'all for sticking with us throughout this process.
We so appreciate it. I think especially during the weird episodes where we're not in our studio and it's not the same vibe.
Yeah,
we feel the vibe difference. I'm sure you feel the vibe difference.
Yeah,
it's
at least people visual. You know,
yeah.
You Spotify listeners, you get the same.
You guys, consistency.
Yeah.
We also missed last week. We don't really know what happened. We just
well, we had a plan. We were going to get out one of our React Attack videos. To a Christian cringe video, and then tour ended up happening, and it just
got messy, and it didn't make sense. But we're back on it. We on the grind and stuff. So, want to hop into life updates?
Let's do it.
Okay, life updates.
Updates on life.
So I have a life update.
That's good.
That's
Go
huge.
for it. I'm gonna have to search when
Joseph
you find yours.
has hit 100K. That's my life update.
That's really good.
On Instagram. Let's go. Air horn. And I hit a less interesting 70K on Instagram.
Did you hit 70K?
I hit 70K.
Let's go.
Come on. High five. Hey,
Both
I'm coming for you.
It's okay. Hey, dude, that's what got me to 100K on TikTok. My older brother got famous, and I was like, I viewed it as competition.
Yeah, I saw you get 100K, and I was furious. I was like, I'm so happy for you.
I was very happy about it, but I'm consistently reminded. Like, I called my label, and I talked to them this morning, and I was like, hey, just letting y'all know, like,
things are doing pretty well.
Well, I was like, I feel like pretty good. Like, we hit 100K, and they're like, yeah, okay.
We want you to know that we don't care about you. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I don't think socials to labels really mean anything, or maybe they do. I don't know.
Well,
but
it means something to all the people watching you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It means
thanks.
something cool.
But it was really cool. I'm excited to keep putting stuff out, but also try to get this COJO thing back going.
Yeah, man. This tour's been...
We got to revive it.
She's dead. She's gone.
I mean, Tor has definitely not helped at all.
Tor has actually murdered it. Slaughtered it.
Which is funny because it it brought COJO to life at one point.
It did.
Just the fact that
I said the opposite of it. I was like, oh man, we're gonna get so much content out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I didn't realize we were gonna get no content.
We've just playing a lot of video games.
That's what it's been. No, it's just hard to get quality up because I'm used to producing in my studio. Like, I can do stuff on the road, but it's not as good. We don't have like our setup, our
I've
lights.
got like a little keyboard, but that's it. And
Yeah.
it's really hard for me
and
too.
like, you just got that. Like, we just haven't been on it with this tour stuff. But it's coming to an end. May's gonna be filled with lots of good content. We've got some great video ideas we're really excited about for Instagram. To just entertain and do some fun stuff. That also leads us into another fun thing that we're really excited to talk about.
Oh, we're gonna do that now? Okay, yeah, we probably should do it now. All right, we're gonna. This is gonna be a lot of editing because it's about to change complete tones. But what's up, social media? It's
hey guys,
it's a COJO
show.
And we want to let you. I get so nervous.
Do it again.
And we want to And we want to let you guys know that we are holding a COJO concept competition for t-shirts. T-shirts. We basically believe in you guys. You guys have already made some really clever designs.
You're way more talented than us at this stuff.
Way more talented.
Seriously.
And so that's why we are going to be releasing 3 different t-shirts by you guys. Kobe, do you want to explain what t-shirts we're going to be making?
Yes, we're so very excited. So as you know, we have Instagram songs that have done fairly well, and they're all pinned on our socials, on our reels. That would be Stephen Curtis Chapman, Boaz, and 3-1 Girl. Those 3 videos / songs will be getting their own individual merch, but designed by you. You guys know what you want better than we do. And we think that you guys are so creative and can have an awesome time just showing us what you got.
Yeah. And the deadline for submitting these designs to us at itsthekojo@gmail.com. We're going to say that again. itsthekojo@gmail.com. Submit those by May 12th. And this is what you're going to get. You may think, hey, are we just submitting the design and then if we get picked, we're just the winner?
Amazon gift card!
We have several different rewards for you if you win in your own category. So if you win Ruth and Boaz and Stephen Curtis Chapman and the other one, you get 3 times the prizes.
I don't think we're gonna. Are we doing that?
Yeah. Okay. But each individual category gets their own prizes. Let's go ahead and name those prizes right now.
You get 2 CDs, 1 featuring Kobe James, 4 songs, not sure which ones they are,
and one of my only EP that has ever been released on the road. It has 5 songs, and both of them will be signatured.
Yeah, I'm Joseph. I
Signatured.
have 5 songs, not 4.
1 Kobe James t-shirt.
1 Joseph O'Brien t-shirt.
Any size you want.
What else are they going to get, Kobe?
A $50 Amazon gift card.
Wait, can we financially actually make that happen?
A $50 Amazon gift card.
That's right, a $50 Amazon gift card, as well as
my
a
gosh.
Kobe James necklace.
Oh, that too.
Yes.
Okay. Also that. You guys, we're trying to spoil you. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to spoil you and also get really cool merch out.
In addition to those rewards, we are going to shower you with love and compliments.
Yes.
Some COJO compliments.
COJO compliments. Like, hey, attaboy. Good job,
Yes.
pal.
Check. Sorry, I just want to make sure the microphone was on.
Anyways, that was a chaotic nightmare.
But remember, it's the COJO Show at gmail.com. May 12th. Submit your designs. We're so excited to see what you guys can come up with, and we're excited to put them on the market so that people can be wearing your design out in public.
We love it.
All right,
podcast.
Yeah, I'll be able to clip that.
Okay. So sorry for the ad podcast. We are also throwing that into
Instagram, our socials, so that we can make money.
Dude, the vibe shifts so hard. It's like we are on stage and then we walk off stage. We're like, all right, guys, listen. That's so funny.
That's good.
Yeah, but we're doing that. We're really excited about that. We know some of you guys are super talented, and we're really stoked for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, merch.
Yeah. Do you have any personal life updates?
I'm going on tour with Colton Dixon after this.
That's so cool.
Stephen Curtis Chapman's tour is ending. We're on our last run.
Yeah, we
4
are.
more shows, and we're done. That's heartbreaking.
It actually is.
I'm really sad.
I mean, you definitely like want tour to be over at some point.
Sure.
But like this tour is definitely it's gone by pretty quickly.
And it's been good people out on the road and like
Yeah.
good hangs and just like we've really gotten close to everybody. So it's gonna.
Do you remember like the first COJO show we did in the green room at that one spot?
Yeah.
And then someone walked into us. I think Paul.
We're like,
Yeah.
it was our first
We've
show.
become really close with the guys on tour too, which Kobe assured me that was the case. I actually thought at the beginning of tour, I was like, I'm never gonna become friends with these guys.
It happens.
It was quiet, and I didn't really understand anyone's personality. And then now I'm tight in every, not every sort of way. I'm tight with most of the guys.
Yeah.
In some sort of way.
It's like summer camp. You're it's like your cabin. You're like, oh, I would never like necessarily like know all these people other than this situation that we're all in, but like you get super close, and then it's like leaving summer camp where you're like, all right, you, and then you never talk to them again.
Yeah.
But no, hopefully not. I want to stay connected
yeah, there's
with
some
of
guys
these
that I
people.
would love to hang out with. for
Because
sure.
there's some awesome peeps out here. But I'm going out with Colton Dixon right after this tour. I'm hopping out for 4 dates. Joseph, you are hopping out with...
Yeah, I'm going with Lydia Laird. I'm playing keys for her. I'm going to open up for Hannah Kerr in Stuart, Virginia. And
That'll
then
be fun.
afterwards, I'm going to be going another place. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say what. It's a surprise,
Oh,
but
cool.
I'm going somewhere.
He doesn't remember.
And that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, sweet. We got some summer festival stuff coming up that
Yes.
we're pumped about. It'll be good. Camp Electric in July. That we're,
Oh, baby.
that's just literally.
we got to plan that, baby.
That stresses
We
me.
can.
No, like that is literally like I live my life just to go play at the Camp Electric show, and then I'm like, all right, cool. My life's accomplished for
Yeah.
the year.
I'm so excited. I'm going to be way more prepared for teaching this year,
Yeah.
and hopefully we have a little bit more, hopefully like students like know who we are and
Every
stuff.
year, that's my Coachella. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is it. This is it. This is my peak, and then I like go into hibernation again.
Coachella just happened too, didn't it?
I don't know.
It did,
It's
yeah.
sinful, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's right. We don't keep up with stuff like that.
No, it did happen.
It is of the world.
It's of the yucky little world. Well, I think that's about it for life updates, bud.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I don't know. I think we could just move into the next segment.
All right. Next segment. Did the movie move me?
Did the movie move me?
Did the movie move me? Okay.
Whoa.
So this is an
Hold up.
interesting.
I got to pull out my criteria here.
Hold up. This is an interesting one. So today we are hitting the infamous Mario movie, New Super Mario Bros. The
Yep.
movie or whatever it's called. Really excited about this. We are also probably going to do Dungeons and Dragons next week. We both watched that. Both have a lot to say about it. So that will be next week. We will do Dungeons and Dragons. But this week we're doing Mario movie. And Joseph, what are the criteria? I'm gonna go as slow as possible to
Dude,
give you
actually, I
time.
can't find it,
What
which is not good.
are the Fancy running into you here.
Okay, we figured out what the 5 categories were.
Yeah, we forgot, and now
I
we remember.
don't know how I lost that from my phone, but now I got to keep this away. Here, if I throw it in airplane mode, we'll actually be okay. All right, so we ended up both seeing the Super Mario Brothers movie at different times,
did.
not together. And I saw it before him, so I had some thoughts, but I tried to keep most of them to myself before he
His
ended
face
up seeing
told
it.
all.
Yeah, I'm sure I gave it away right when I saw it, or right when I saw him first. But yeah. So I mean, let's just go right into it. Let's get
Okay.
into plot. So, Kobe, what do you think about the plot of the new Super Mario
I
Brothers
thought
movie?
the plot was just kind of like basic and weak.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. I'm so sad to say that. I mean, is your generic plot structure of bad guy journey going to save the whatever. I liked the romantic thing with Bowser and Peach. I think that was fun.
was funny.
Like it was like, oh, that's a fun like little tweet, and that's in the game some, so it definitely worked as characters, you know. But it was just flimsy. I was just like there was this random part wherever Mario would be like, you know, like I'd be like watching the movie, like, oh, yeah, this is a Mario movie, and then he'd just randomly be like, also my father hates me, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like that's not even like talked about really in the movie. Like there's one line where he's like,
Yeah.
you're a disappointment, Mario, and Mario's like, oh, my father doesn't even like me, and I'm like, what are you like? That's such a weak, flimsy like
I actually
build up.
do forget that they try to do that at the beginning.
They kept trying to do that.
but-
But Luigi's like, no, you're my hero, Mario. I wish I could be just like you. And I'm like, dude, it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird that was like what the beat we were trying to hit. I liked Peach. I liked the casting. I think all the casting was great,
Yeah.
except for Cranky Kong.
Who is Cranky Kong?
He was like Seth Meyer or somebody. I can't remember who he was. But
Was he the old one?
he was supposed to be the old Donkey Kong guy.
Oh,
but he didn't
yeah.
sound old. He
Oh,
was
I
like,
didn't even notice.
sounded like a regular guy. He was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Cranky Kong," and I'm like, "Dude, you have like a gray beard. You're supposed to be like, wah!" I know you were not. And so that was a little bit of a bummer casting wise to me. But
Yeah.
plot was just, I mean, it was just Go for it.
Yeah, no, actually, I'd probably follow right there with you. I didn't even think about the fact that at the beginning, like, there's this conflict between him and his dad, and then that just never is fleshed out in any particular way.
He let him down.
Because the whole movie, you're not thinking about, like, I feel like if they could have made the whole movie about him, like, always feeling like he's a disappointment, and then at the end, it's like, but I believed in myself. I don't know. They could have, like, resolved that in some way, but yeah, the parents just, like, show up at the end, and they're, like, cheering him on.
We love you, Mario.
Well, it's like, yeah, he's like saving the city. Of course, they're gonna cheer him on. It's not like they're gonna be like, "I'm you're a disappointment to me because you beat up Bowser or whatever." But yeah, no, the plot, like, there were a couple of times that we both watched this guy named Jeremy Johns who reviews videos, and they get from point A to point B, and it's not fleshed out how they got from point A to point B, which that's literally the whole point of, like, what Mario is as a character in the video games. Is like you're there for the journey, and sometimes the journey you, like, skip. And it's like, oh, that was kind of weak. But yeah, I mean,
they hit like 4 worlds, like World 6, World like 2, and like all this, and they're like walking through these worlds, and I'm like, oh, that looks sick, desert world.
Yeah.
Let's like maybe go run into one of those like caterpillar things or whatever, and like let's see what's going on there. Nope. Let's just make that a 2-second scene.
Exactly.
Let's look at Yoshi for 2 seconds.
And that I was gonna get to that later. I don't even want to touch on that because that'll get me too upset.
All right.
Too upset. So let's go ahead and we know how we usually do this, which is like, we give it both out of 10, and at the end, it's going to be a score out of 100. So plot, 3, 2, 1, 4. Wow. Hey, locked and loaded.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, there's nothing special about the plot.
No,
so.
it's pretty mid.
All right, well, let's head on to cinematography, which it looked.
It is
Yeah,
very different from plot.
It's gorgeous looking.
Golly.
They really did a good job, illumination for sure.
Jeez. My buddy Ian, who edits the podcast, he's in animation, and he was just like, dude, I think this movie has like some of the best lighting ever.
I mean, yeah, it was
incredible.
gorgeous. Yeah, and attention to detail, like on Rainbow Road, and I mean, a little bit of spoilers here, but nothing too crazy. But
There's nothing to spoil.
that's true. You won't be disappointed.
They put that in the trailer. Like, there's nothing. Like,
That's true.
What happens that like they should know about? The Peaches song?
don't
Like,
know.
that's it, and
Yeah,
that's everywhere.
It is everywhere right now.
It looked beautiful.
It looked great. Even the Bowser song, like the way they shot that and did
It was
stuff.
great.
Or you can't say shot, the way they animated it.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, you don't feel like it's animated because like it felt so yeah. Oh, and even that ending scene with Donkey Kong, the training scene,
yeah.
like everything that felt like it needed to be a video game felt great.
Yeah, it looked
It
beautiful.
felt really great.
If there's a better movie behind it, it would have been probably A tier.
That's what makes it so sad, you know?
know.
It's like it had so much potential to be something good.
I know.
Well,
I mean,
all right. You want to go for it?
Sure.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1,
10.
10.
Yeah. It
There-
was
there-
pretty flawless.
There wasn't anything.
Oh
to, like,
no! I told you it's getting warm.
The camera's getting hot.
Oh dang, we might have to stop and let it cool down for a little bit.
I'm gonna keep going until she shuts off herself.
But what if we lose everything?
We lose anything? We don't lose anything.
I don't know.
No.
All right, let's just try to speed through this and we'll stop it.
Okay.
Okay, so that brings us to dialogue.
Terrible. Dude, Mario
remember
walks
much
into the
about it.
castle and he's like, "Hey, I'm looking for my brother." And Peach is like, "Oh, who are you? I don't know who you are. You want to come on a mission with me?" Yeah.
That was terrible. Oh, I hated that part so much.
Let's do it, Mario.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was rushed. Dialogue was rushed, and that goes into the plot. Like, you know, and that was one of the first things I told him is like he gets to Peach's castle after this big, like, well, kind of this journey to get up there. And Peach should have all reason to be suspicious of this guy because, first of all, he doesn't look like a toad.
No.
He's from like another world.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you're trying to go to Bowser? All right, yeah, I'm going to Bowser too." Training sequence, like right after
Boom.
that. It was ridiculous.
And like she also like had never seen a human before. We're not gonna like
Yeah.
maybe dive into that. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I've never seen one of you before."
oh,
anyways,
also, he showed up in slow motion, which made me think
Yep.
there was gonna be like some kind of love, like kind of romance thing there.
Yeah.
But there's no romance thing there.
That's so weird.
So it's like they set that up for no
They
reason.
kind of like teased it, like because Bowser's like, "Does she like him?" or whatever. And, you know,
Yeah.
they're like, "I think so."
Oh! All right. We're back. Sorry, y'all. This camera overheats.
So what were we on?
Dialogue. We were in the middle of talking about dialogue, and you said that the dialogue wasn't good, and we said that affected, you know, Princess Peach and Mario's dynamic.
We pretty much finished it up.
yeah, it was. I don't remember
Give
it being
just a closer on this.
Yeah, I don't remember there being a lot of one-liners that were super cheesy. I think just overall the dialogue was just like fine.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of laugh out like loud moments as well. But
Me either. It was fine. Let's hop
Okay.
into the next one.
Okay, well, we got to rate it first.
Oh, sorry. 3, 2, 1,
5. We got to stop
Can we
doing this.
Stop it. Joe, you're so
We usually have like differing movie takes too.
And this one's pretty
locked and loaded.
This is pretty like we kind of got it figured out.
Yeah. Okay, so now we got characters, which if we're going strictly by characters, obviously it's Mario, so it's hard to dislike anyone. But if we're including character development,
Hey, you know I'm your dad, and I don't like you very much. It's trash. I don't know. It's fine. Mario's character development was fine. Luigi's is fine.
did you like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong?
Yeah, I think he's a good fit.
That was actually not too bad.
He's like, yeah, you know, Donkey Kong. And it's pretty on point for him.
yeah. I don't know. I think I would have preferred the core Mario group. I guess like Donkey Kong is pretty. I guess he is Mario because, you know, the barrel game or whatever. But
He's
I think the
kinda
worst, the
core.
person who was snubbed the most, freaking Yoshi was not in the movie. Yoshi was in the movie for 0.5 seconds. It was like a herd of Yoshi. And I was devastated to be frank.
Are you a big Yoshi fan?
I love Yoshi.
He's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I was bummed, but maybe they're saving that for the sequel.
Yeah, I don't know if I guess I'd be sort of okay with the sequel.
I mean,
don't
they're gonna
know.
do one. It was the biggest
Yeah.
animated opening of all time.
Was it really?
Yeah. It did what Puss in Boots did all time in like the first week.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So we're gonna get a second. It'll probably be Yoshi. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just rate them.
Yeah, go for it.
3, 2, 1, 4.
5.
Oh,
Okay, a little bit of difference
I
there.
had a little lower.
Yeah. Okay, well
Okay.
that brings us to the score, which
Okay. I
was fine.
think that the score was 50% bangers, 50% pop songs.
I don't even remember the score.
There were like, well, I like the moments would be like dun dun dun, like really cinematic Mario
sure,
music.
yeah.
Like that was cool. But then they'd do like random pop songs, like All Star would play. Like it wasn't All Star, but it was like
Yeah.
something like that would play, and you're like, what is this doing in a Mario movie? Why do we have pop music?
I think I was so underwhelmed by everything about the movie, I didn't even pay attention
It
to the
really,
score.
like, made me mad.
Okay.
Like, mad,
I'm glad
mad.
you paid attention because I didn't even notice
Okay,
that
let's
stuff.
go ahead and rate it. 3,
All right.
2, 1, 2.
3.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't remember it like bothering me, so that's why I couldn't put it as a 2 or a 1, but for sure unmemorable.
All right.
They had a lot to work with, and apparently they didn't punch that hard with it because I don't think I left the theater thinking, oh, I should go listen to that score.
No, because it's pop songs.
Okay, well, Brian Tyler did it, so and he's done a lot of stuff I don't like Marvel movies. He does a lot of Marvel movies,
There you go.
and that's probably why it wasn't that good.
Boo. Well, I think that about wraps it up, right?
Well, Ian, our editor, will tally up this score. Here
the
it is.
score
Here's the
right
score
here.
right in the middle.
Extremely underwhelming.
That is what we gave the movie. And yeah, when I came out of the movie, I gave it about a 40 or 45 out of 100 on my Instagram reviews.
It's about a 60.
Yeah, I think the 60 is even a little generous. I'd say if I could rate it now, I'd probably give it around a 53 or 55 out of 100.
I'll round up. I'll go 60.
Okay, well that's very kind of you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not.
I mean, for how stunning the animation was, it probably should be up there. But
Yeah, no.
I just, I think if this was given, here's my theory. If this was given to DreamWorks, it would have been a 10 times better movie.
as of right now, with their track record, yeah.
Yeah, it's just Illumination to me. Like they make the cheap kids movies,
They're
like
pretty
Despicable Me and Minions. As good as Despicable Me is, like, and Minions, no, like Minions is a kids movie.
Minions
they
is
make
terrible.
specifically, it feels like kids movies.
Yeah.
and this is what it was. It wasn't like a movie that I feel like could cross over into the adult.
Movie also should have
Animation
been
as well.
longer.
Oh yeah, easily 30 minutes longer. It could have been a 2-hour movie, and I would have been really happy with that.
Yep, it was way too short. Okay, well, let's hop into the next segment.
All right, cool.
Which is Q&A.
Q&A.
Q&A, Q&A, it's time for Q&A.
Q&A. Jackie 1, 2.
All right, we're in Q&A. Joseph, read the first Q&A question.
First one that popped up to me was, what are your opinions on the Netflix film A Week Away? Kobe has not seen it. I have, and I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was a relatively well done movie for being in like the Christian movie industry, and it was a good time. It wasn't that deep. Was fun. Would I watch it ever again? Maybe, depending on the group, but I wouldn't go around like recommending it.
Yeah.
To anyone.
I'm sure it was better for Christian films, though. It was
yeah, oh for sure.
Okay, I found a good deep dive for us. What's your favorite SEC song to perform?
That's a deep dive.
No.
Oh, okay.
We're in Q&A right now.
Yeah, you just said I found a good deep dive for us.
I can't tell you yet.
Okay. Well,
Favorite SEC song to perform?
Love Take Me Over.
Love Take Me Over.
Yeah.
That song
It's
busts.
really fun.
It's so good.
We have a little bit, me and Peter. Peter's our bass player, and we like look at Kobe, like we like scrunch up together, and we like do a death stare at
it's
Kobe,
cute.
and then he like looks at us, does a little stick thing, and starts playing the drum pad. It's just
so
fun.
cute. And then Peter and me do a thing where we like put our bass and guitar close together.
Oh really? Oh, for that ba da da
Yeah.
da 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 da.
It's cute.
Yeah, that has a lot of moments in that song. Also, the crowd response is always the loudest after that song.
I love that song.
It's a really
because
good
it
one.
hits.
And then we go straight into bum bum bum.
What's the name for the COJO fans? I think we've been calling you COJOers for a long
Is it
time.
Is it COJOers?
I mean, that's what we've always said.
It wasn't COJO comrades, was it?
I mean, that sounds like something that you would make up.
Yeah, I'd probably make that
And
up.
then we'd be like, yeah, and then it wouldn't stick.
It wouldn't stick, probably.
I love it, though.
COJOers is
I
pretty
like
fun.
COJO comrades.
I mean, COJO fam even felt like pretty nice.
What's up, COJO fam? I've said that.
Yeah.
I say COJOers and COJO fam.
I think all three, all of the above.
I like COJOers.
COJOers, COJO comrades.
A lot of people say horror film deep dive. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You
What's
wouldn't
your
like
top
my
5
take.
favorite Christian artists of all time or just currently?
I'm gonna go with Michael O'Brien. I'm gonna go. Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. I love Michael O'Brien.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure. Name one song by my dad.
Christmas Shoes.
That's not even by him. That's
He
new song.
sang it.
He didn't. Billy sang that one.
Dang it!
There's only one song.
God gave me you.
No, that's it. Oh my gosh, that's
No,
Dave Barnes.
God,
when God made you.
That's what it is. He says it every night too.
I know, I do.
I always forget. Because I always think he's saying, I'm like, your dad saying God gave me you, and then I
Yeah.
remember it's not that song.
No, it's not that one.
Okay, top 5. Go.
Top 5 for me. I can do this pretty quick. Reliant K. If this is all time, Reliant K, Toby Mac, for King and Country, Dang Nabbit, Switchfoot, and I have a new appreciation for Stephen Curtis Chapman, so I'll throw him in the top 5.
Sweet. Ditto.
The same exact list.
Mine's actually number 1's SCC. Number 2 is I like Torrin Wells a lot.
Oh yeah, he's great.
I like For King Country.
Yeah.
Katie Nicole, Joseph O'Brien. Okay. Joseph O'Brien's in my top 5. Thoughts on Mandalorian season 3? It was mid.
I didn't
wish-
see it, so because I'm
wish
not a
it
huge
was-
Star Wars fan.
I wish it was better. I wish that there was way more developments. I think that it was just really one note the whole series, which is really sad.
What's your favorite place to buy clothes?
H&M.
We should like start saying their names so that they feel very appreciated.
Alexis.
Daniel ACP 1213 said favorite place to buy clothes.
Okay.
So what did you say?
H&M.
H&M? Sheen.
Sheen's great. Both are cheap.
Cheap. One is a little bit more morally ethical. Mine is not. Because
wrong with
like there's
Shein?
like slave labor with mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or like not slave, but they like underpay them and the working conditions
That's good.
are like
You should
terrible.
keep supporting them.
I
Alexis, why doesn't Joseph answer his DMs? Because he doesn't love you.
I just don't.
It's very
I
sad.
try to sometimes. It's just that there's so many of them, and I get backed up, and that's kind of.
Does Joseph have a girlfriend yet?
Can you both do a British accent?
Not yet.
Not
But-
quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Nah, it depends on what accent you're talking about.
Depend on who you talking about.
like there's like the proper British accent it's more like this. It's like, yes, I'm from Britain and I'm Harry Potter.
Harry
And I talk more
Potter.
like this, and they got
Harry
a frog
Potter.
in their mouth.
Harry
Kind of
Potter.
like Tom Holland. I'm Tom Holland and I'm Spider-Man. And
Oh
I
yeah,
really
that's
love-
pretty good.
You know what I'm saying?
You love saying that.
I'm Tom Holland.
I'm
I'm
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Zendaya and me, we go way back. Like she's
That sounds
great.
like Australian.
Australian.
But then there's like a little bit Cockney where you talk a little bit like this.
Oi, bruv.
And,
Oi, bruv. What you trying to stop,
like
man?
so the other day I went
What
to
you
the
think, bruv? What you think? The ting goes bruv. The ting.
bruv. That's
Bruv,
good.
what are you talking about, bruv? You don't know. You don't know, bruv.
Do you think Disney is secretly evil or has always been? Sam Hill 300 said that.
That's evil.
Yeah,
no,
probably,
it's-
honestly.
I think they're just they're caving to all the political agendas. and
Yeah,
that's
I
what
just think
doing.
they're very progressive. Like objectively, I'm not giving a say whether that's bad or good.
It's probably not great.
yeah, it's probably not the best. But
Okay, Kobe, do more impressions? Sure. Just give me some. I'll do them. I promise.
wow, we got actually a lot here. Can I have your number? Absolutely not, Abby.
You can have mine.
Go ahead. Say it.
919. Oh, it's North Carolina.
Oh, baby.
That's it. So you get.
Oreos, cookies, or cream, what's better? Aren't they the same thing?
Yeah.
Like, if you had Oreo ice cream and cookies and cream, wouldn't that just be the same thing?
I'm pretty sure the same thing.
I think cookies and cream has smaller chunks. Like Oreos would have like big chunks of Oreo, and cookies and cream is like more fine. And in that case, I would say cookies and cream.
Oh, here's a good one. Should all drugs be legalized? What do you think, dude?
All drugs.
All drugs? Like, that's not even like a, hey, man, what about weed? What do you think about weed, man? It's
Yeah.
like, no, heroin. Hard black tar heroin. Should it be legal? I'm going to go with, no.
I don't know. I could see an argument for it. No. Just kidding. No. Ew.
No.
Dude, that sound effect was so realistic, too. We did not see Jesus Revolution, Ashley Tapes.
We're not true Christians.
Actually, I did. But Kobe did not. But I saw an early screening of it, so it might have changed in the theaters. I don't know if you want our thoughts. I don't think we're ever going to do a Did the Movie Move Me on that one.
No.
Because that would probably be we'd probably be too critical. And so I want to believe in the message of the movie. I'm speaking too much. If I was directing it, I would do it differently. But also, I don't know how to direct movies, so that is a very lame thing for me to say. So I'm just going from a critical perspective. I think that
No, I think we know better.
It was a good message.
We know better. Fast forward 2 years or rewind 2 years? I'm going to go rewind 2 years. I'd be able to
Fast forward, like everything would happen like it's supposed to, or like you as in just fast forward randomly.
No. Like you like it's like what your life's course is set on right now, 2 years in the future.
But so rewind, you could change a lot then. Yeah, then I'd rewind.
I'd rewind.
I don't think I'd want to miss just in case I get married. I kind of want to know how I did it.
True.
Yeah.
I think I'd go back and I'd like invest in some crazy stuff and be a billionaire or something.
Oh, that'd be a good
You know?
idea.
I'd like look at the stock market before like the genie's like, hey man, rewind. Okay, I'm like, wait. Let me check Safari really quick. See what the stock market
get
was
everything
like.
you need.
Yeah. I think that's about
I think that's good. Oh, real quick right here. Margarita.
What?
Margarita Talad. Margarita
Margarita.
said, which High School Musical movie is your favorite? 1, 2.
2. I love 2. Bet on it.
I don't know if I could say 2. I'd say 1. 1 is just
Gotta
that's
get
when
your
I
head in the
first fell in love
game.
with Vanessa Hudgens.
Wow.
I literally told my mom I was like, I'm gonna marry her, and I was
don't-
like 8 years old.
I don't love anyone but my girlfriend and never have thought another woman is attractive ever in my life. But that's great
so
for you.
good. Yeah, I love that.
Okay, let's hop into deep dives. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Deep dives.
So today we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence, and I think
Taking
this
over
is
the world.
is a really good thing because it seems to be talked about a lot. There are new tools coming out for artificial intelligence. Some of them keep popping up on my Instagram, and I'm seeing like new ways, like video editing. An AI guy will literally like chop up your video and assign audio to the right people. AI, obviously, ChatGPT, would can write a full-blown freaking essay for you for your college. Or I did this with my brother the other day. He showed me like you can say, hey, ChatGPT, give me a video idea on this and give me a script and give me all these things that and where to put the camera, what B-roll shots to
wow.
include. Dude, it can do a lot.
That's crazy.
So people are a little bit worried. This is where we're going to go into question time or a little bit
now-
answering question. Is this going to take over people's jobs?
Well, now Snapchat has just rolled out an artificial person that you can talk to.
Yeah.
And
We
it's-
should talk about this.
It's scary how accurate they are, but they also are super malleable. So they go basically towards whatever the person they're talking to is.
Yeah. Including Christianity.
And they'll talk about Jesus and they'll be very convincing.
Yeah, like, oh, my faith is so important to me. And like, what church do you go to? This is scary, bro.
It's really scary. It's like, whoa.
I don't like it.
I don't really know the bad things that can come from it. Like I think there's a lot of like people who maybe are like lonely that this could maybe affect in maybe a not great way.
Yeah.
Like
it pushes them further into loneliness. They end up becoming friends with someone that doesn't even exist.
I also think with the deep faking and all that stuff.
The temperature thing's back.
Well, I think with the deep faking and all of that stuff that's coming out, I really do feel like there's a lot of dark things that could come from a lot of this.
Yeah.
Where you can have, presidents or anybody saying anything, and it's going to start to get much harder to determine what's being said. Even the Trump, Joe Biden, and Joe Rogan like Minecraft videos or the president's Let's Plays. Like they're really good. Like their voices sound really accurate, and it's just like really, I don't know. I feel like it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Where we're kind of running into it, and it's happened very quickly.
Yo, so don't try to make AI your friends because they're not real people.
Put your legs.
You're literally, what you're doing when you do that is you're forfeiting what God has actually intended for us as human beings, which is to relate to other human beings. And you're like literally bypassing the system.
Literally, you're like bypassing this.
You're like, you're not going to school. You're not hanging out with people because you're like, oh, I got my buddy Sam back at home.
Joseph, is anybody actually doing this?
I don't know. Maybe. Dude, I think about Wall-E. You remember Wall-E in the future? They're just all friends with each other virtually, man. And like, yeah, maybe they're real people, but like, dude, like you're going to miss out for the actual friendships of people who are going to legitimately encourage you if you like actually use this thing to try and fulfill your friendship desires.
Straight bars.
I don't know, man.
That was bars.
I just don't like the idea of someone like actually having a legitimate friendship with an AI person. Then we're like straight up in Blade Runner too.
Who knows, man? I think there's gonna be some lonely people that will end up having that happen, and I don't know if it'll be good for your mental psyche. I just think there's a lot of dark things that are gonna be able to happen with a lot of it soon.
Yeah.
Just for like bad things. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do good things or bad things happen to good people? Let's talk about it. I feel like we've expired this AI thing.
No, there's more things about AI.
All right,
do you think that AI makes people lazy?
For school, maybe. I think it's a big tool that people are using. I mean, there's a lot of like softwares that professors will run like papers through to like make sure that it's not written by an AI. But I think there's still ways to get around that. I've been seeing like funny memes where it's like me dying on the operating table because the doctor performing my surgery passed medical school because of chat. It's like, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean,
it's funny because it's true.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think that depending on how advanced ChatGPT gets or like AI gets, which, it's literally called artificial intelligence, so it's going to just keep getting better.
Yep.
It's going to keep figuring out stuff. I do think that when it comes to an AI being, let's say not like with essays and crap, let's say other things like video editing or podcast editing, some people are worried. They're like, well, that's what the professionals do. I think actually AI can be used as a tool. Just like it cuts down on all the work that sometimes is like busy work for creatives.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to replace
It's not going to replace a creative brain, but it will replace some of those busy work things that you have to do that enable you to focus more on the creative things. Like imagine this in music, if there was an artificial intelligent thing that like, I don't know how to explain this, but like would be able to crossfade everything and then like make and bounce down everything. I don't know. There's got to be some things in music,
or like
even
find all the pops, or like
yeah.
it's like de-essers or like that kind of stuff on steroids.
It does a vocal comp for you.
That'd be cool.
Ooh, baby.
That'd be
I just
cool.
Look at my feet. They're all
Or
excited.
like Melodynes, but like automatically.
Yeah.
It draws it itself.
Yeah, like Melodyning automatically, but like actually good.
That would be nice.
Oh, dude, the capabilities, man, the possibilities.
Because it wouldn't be like a real-time thing. It could go in and actually write it for you. That would be gnarly.
Yeah.
I would love that. That would save me. I probably would have gotten, at this point in my life, a year's worth of time back.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
A lot of time. A lot of time.
Oh, man. Well, so there's good things that come from it and bad things that come from it. I
Yeah.
don't really know all the implications that these things are going to bring, but...
Do you think that clones have souls? Like if someone cloned me, would my clone have a soul?
Could I kill one of you?
If you wanted to. If you felt so led to.
Might get some anger out.
Yeah. I was thinking about artificial intelligence, and I think if they take a clone of your like DNA, but then implant artificial intelligence into it, or I guess it could be just literally a clone with like an actual brain and crap. Oh, wow. Does that person have a legitimate soul? I've always talked about this with my parents. That I don't know if they had like a quick answer for it, but it just made me think about this AI.
I mean, probably, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if it's a living human thing.
Yeah.
If you're made in the image of God and it's an exact copy.
But if you're able to create a human,
are you God?
Yeah. Like
no, well,
synthetically,
you're not creating a human being.
You're just taking what's already there.
Yeah.
Plus,
like
I don't know who would want to make a clone of anything. That sounds messed up, first of all. And I would just, why would anyone make a clone in the first place?
It doesn't really sound too far fetched. I mean, we can already clone animals, so
Yeah.
you can like if your dog's about to pass away, you for the small fee of $1 million can go clone Fifi. Like you can do that now.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not like the same like memories or anything. It's just like technically the exact same genetics, which is weird.
Modern technology, man. What else is freaky about it? I mean, we got AI, we've got cloning,
We could clone ourselves. Like if I could get like a little baby me, that'd be weird.
Well, there's also things about like, okay, so this is an interesting conversation.
Okay.
Because it has to do with modern technology and how we can shape things. So the idea that if a mother is pregnant and they're able to detect that it has Down syndrome.
Oh, should you abort
And then
it?
you can then you can remove the Down syndrome from like genetically
That's not
before the baby is born. Is that wrong?
That's not a thing.
That is a thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, there's like I watched like a whole thing on it like in high school where it's like they can genetically detect if the baby's gonna have any problems
Well, I know
and
they
they
can
can
do that.
remove it.
What?
Yeah, they're able to
Why
tamper
aren't
with
we doing
it.
that all the time?
Oh, so you'd be okay with that?
No, I'm just asking.
Huh?
Why is that not always happening?
I don't know. I'm saying like I saw something, but even if it doesn't exist, let's say theoretically it did exist, that you're able to detect impurities in some kind of child, or like I want the child to have blue eyes and I want the child to have this and this and
Right.
this. At what point is it wrong?
Right.
Or is it wrong at all to tamper with it at all?
So let me put down like a proposition. So say I'm like, okay, my wife's pregnant and they can detect that my child will be a liberal. Can I? I'm just kidding.
That's terrible.
Okay. I'm obviously like that was a joke.
That's good.
Thanks. No, or so
but
I
let's
can
say
detect that
your
my child
child's gonna
has,
have autism or something.
Okay.
Would you think it's ethical for you to remove that autism from the child?
Here's the thing. I don't know what the Christian answer is here, and so I'm going to go with my gut. I would say,
It's
because
tough.
it's like you're tampering with God's creation. But also at the same time, I mean that opens the door for a lot of things like surgeries. Like if your eyes are getting bad,
yeah,
that's your body. That's what God made.
yeah.
So is it wrong to go get LASIK? Like,
I mean, I was thinking that
You see what I'm
that
saying?
tends to be the argument people throw at. It's like, well, like if you get sick, obviously you're not just gonna be like, well, this is the way it's supposed to be. Like,
you know
so
what I'm
just
saying?
like-
So it's like,
Yeah,
if
it's
there
like-
is something that is going to inhibit you from maybe the fullest potential that was possible for you,
Yeah.
I would say because of medical, like God has gifted us. I would say the strides that the medical field has taken.
Yeah.
Like He has gifted us that and been like, hey, like this is something that like these doors are now open in the time that we are alive, and it's like it almost feels ignorant of us not to take those medical advances. Like those are almost a blessing,
yeah.
are they not? Like it's
Well, yeah. I mean, the only difference is if you get like sick or cancer or some of those things is like they will lead to like a death that's quicker than what your life is supposed to be. Whereas
Well,
like
so
Down
does
syndrome,
Down syndrome.
does it?
Yeah,
Does it lessen your life?
Life expectancy is shorter.
Okay.
Like it is.
Wow, that's a tough. I mean, just because Down syndrome, we've never had some kind of cure, quote unquote, for it, and so it feels like a weird thing because it's so equated with like personality, but also it's like almost like the people like that.
I mean, there is.
I've never had a child with Down syndrome. Oh, I've never had a child.
that
but
would be the
I feel
first
like
step.
I would be curious to hear someone's perspective on someone who has a child who has Down syndrome and what they would think about that idea.
It's really hard.
Yeah, I think it's-
there's beautiful things that I know families that have children with Down syndrome, and there's beautiful things that come from that. Like I think
Yeah.
the Lord absolutely can work in families with a situation like that, and that child's beautiful and fearfully and wonderfully made, and it's like, they can never see their life without their child like that. Like that's their child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like before that child's born, it's like if there is a thing to prohibit that and make the child, not have that same genetic thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it goes back to, medical advances. Like, is it the Lord blessing us in the medical field, having these advances and like taking them? I would argue yes. Like, I would argue that, we're not dying from polio anymore, or we're not whatever. Like, there's or people that are deaf, that are born deaf. There's ways to fix that now. It's like you can have the chance to hear. Like that's incredible, and
Yeah.
that's because of technology and because of the advances that we've made, and I think that that's a blessing. And so I don't think it's too far from that in the same sense of like, you
Yeah.
were born deaf, but you can hear now.
It's true.
And so
That's a good point.
that's where I'm coming from with it. I'm sure there's other opinions, but I think it'd be hard for me to because there's no way around that. You know, it is a harder life, you know, having to have a child that is struggling like that.
Yeah.
Like that is a harder life, and it is a life-changing event. And so,
Yeah.
you know, it's just, I don't know.
No, I agree.
I never heard of that being a thing until right now. I didn't know that was a thing.
I might be wrong. I thought I just saw something about it like a couple years ago when I was in high school that they were like maybe experimenting with it.
Yeah,
and it was,
I'm sure.
Like, a possibility.
I'm sure that's something that like
You
they're-
definitely can do that with, they said, hair color and eye color and some of these
yeah.
really like minuscule things.
and that gets into more of like a rich like thing. Like rich
Yeah,
people will be able to
probably.
customize your kid, like build your own character.
Build a bear.
Yeah, it's Build a Bear
Build a
Workshop
baby.
for kids.
Build a baby workshop.
And that to me, I think is infringing on who God wants you to be.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily as much of a, hey, like we're trying to do something to benefit. It's like, no, this is more of a selfish desire.
Yeah, macro control.
Yeah, that feels like that feels less the way the creator intended it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Also, we got to wrap up because our camera's about to die again.
Okay, well that was a good deep dive. I actually
Great
really
deep
liked where
dive.
that,
Yeah,
that
we
took
went into a
itself.
lot of different
Yeah.
things. What are your thoughts on AI? What are your thoughts on cloning? What are your thoughts on? Never mind.
on all the things that we talked about. Let
At
us
the
know
end.
in the comments down below.
Yeah.
We
we're,
talked.
I was gonna throw maybe something else in there.
Hey, buddy, go for
I don't know, man. I was gonna be like, hey, we've enjoyed seeing you guys on tour as usual.
Oh,
Thank you for coming to our shows. It literally means the world.
It's been so good meeting all the Joseph O'Brien fans.
No,
And I'm
literally stop.
literally it was a joke.
Literally
it was
stop.
100% a joke.
Yeah,
we've
the
had
COJO fans.
we had so much like love for both
Yeah.
of our music. People have come up and been talking about the deep cuts from our songs.
Yeah.
It's incredible, like hearing that, and I know it's encouraging to Joe and me. Like,
Yeah.
just like man, that's why you do it. It's like even if it's a small number right now, it just is encouraging to hear that and feel that love. And so
Yeah.
man,
Amen.
we appreciate it seriously.
You guys are loved. You guys are cherished. Thanks for watching the podcast as usual. And we talked music.
And we did. And
It's the thing, man. Oh!
dude, that's crazy. Why? No way. The camera just shut off. That's wild.